in the same way that it made sense for the Jets to put all their eggs in the Aaron Rodgers basket because their roster of young Turks had built into such a playoff-ready team that it outpaced Zach Wilson's readiness to quarterback that team. And so they needed to get an adult in the room to bring this team to where it could go, but for the quarterback position. And Rodgers lasted 4 snaps. We'll never have the answer of what Aaron Rodgers looked like as a healthy New York Jet. He wasn't one last year. So going in a different direction now made complete sense, as much sense as it did to go get Rodgers in the first place. And when you do that, you go opposite. You don't go for another old guy looking for another shot. You go for a young'un. And if you're not going to draft one, you go and get one that was a first rounder with a ton of upside and just lack of opportunities. And you go for one that speaks to one of your young Turks that you know you're going to have to re-sign because he is dynamite in Garrett Wilson, and say, listen, we know the last 2 years didn't go the way you wanted. Here's your college quarterback. Let's go to work. And you put an age contemporary into the locker room and see if they can build around each other. And now Garrett Wilson goes from you're the pupil to maybe you're the guy coaching up your quarterback. And see how that works. And you got a coach that is ready for that challenge. And he's the cult of personality, Aaron, not the quarterback. And you follow that, Aaron Glenn, because he's your coach. And hopefully he has chosen wisely with the offensive coordinator, because that is going to be what makes this work or not. That's the rubber that meets the road. What is the scheme that makes Justin Fields not feel robotic, as he said at one point in time in Chicago, or suddenly a package gimmicky guy? Let's get him throwing comfortably in rhythm, knowing where to put the ball while taking off and being smart about it, or running him. Because if you don't know if the quarterback or the running back has the football, guess what? If the quarterback doesn't have it, Breece Hall does. If Breece Hall doesn't have it, a 1,000-yard rusher in Justin Fields does. Go to work with that and see if that can work. It makes complete sense to try it, and thus the optimism is, in fact, dare I say, warranted. That said, the Jets also, do they go ahead and draft a quarterback? I don't know. I would rather them go and give a major offensive piece like Tyler Warren to Justin Fields and go to work that way. But it makes total sense to give it a try. And if the owner is going to back off and not threaten the coach and the general manager for making a smart move, you're paying your quarterback $20 million per. Is that really what's happening? To give it a shot with somebody who's in his mid-20s? And a ton of experience, but just lack of opportunities, and you believe in him? See how that one flies. And if it doesn't work, then next year you're drafting high again and there's better quarterbacks, I guess. It makes sense to me. So I guess going higher register in terms of winning right now, they got the roster. They got the kids. The kids are damn all right. And you're going to have to pay him and Sauce. And you got to look at Sauce and say, hey, you want to reach out to T. Higgins now? I mean, that one in the offseason, was it late in January where somebody said to him on social media, hey, Sauce, go reach out to T. Higgins, tell him to come here. He's like, nah, I'm not doing that.
Not doing that.
That's the thing when I realized, like, you got to go in a different direction here. So blowing it up, again, makes complete sense because you've got Sauce and Garrett Wilson and Quinnen Williams. Those are 3 tremendous young players that you can build around as pillars at positions that are important. Back end of defense, anchor of the defense up front. You got Williams' brother. You got all of these pieces around on defense. You got Aaron Glenn to come coach it up, and you got Justin Fields to figure it out. Why not? And by the way, the number of people who are like, how do you like the fact that you've got Ohio State players that you got to root for? I don't care. What do I care? Treat the opponents like it's 2019. Because that was the last time that they beat Michigan with Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson leading the way. So treat it like it's 2019. Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.